Hello and welcome to the Football for Kids podcast with me, Darren Rees. On this episode, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest derbies in British football, the Merseyside Derby. This is a match between Liverpool and Everton, and it's played at least twice a year. It's like Madrid when they play Barcelona, or AC Milan when they play Inter Milan, Manchester United versus Manchester City, or Spurs versus Arsenal. There's nobody these teams and their fans want to win against more than each other. You probably already know this, but just in case you didn't, Liverpool's football ground is called Anfield and Everton's ground is called Goodison Park. The grounds are so close to each other that if you stood on top of one of them, you could clearly see the other one. And if everyone in Anfield was really quiet when Everton were playing, they could easily hear the fans in Goodison Park. The same goes the other way round too. Most people in that part of the country either support Liverpool or Everton. Liverpool has a stadium that can fit 53,394 fans in. An Everton stadium can fit 39,414 fans. This means that the two occasions that the Merseyside Derby is guaranteed to take place, that 185,616 tickets are sold to see it. That is a lot of tickets. Liverpool and Everton have played each other 241 times. That's a minimum of 21,690 minutes of football against each other. It's most likely a lot more than that. When you add stoppage time and extra time and the odd penalty shootout, it adds up. In 241 games, there's a few sevens. Liverpool have won 97, Everton have won 67. How many draws do you think there've been? 77. That's a lot of sevens. There's also been a lot of goals. Liverpool have scored 339 goals against Everton, and Everton have scored 267 goals against Liverpool. That's 606 times Liverpool and Everton fans have done this. However, out of the 77 draws, 39 of them have ended 0-0. Although some games can be competitive when they're a draw and really good fun to watch, 0-0 is almost always a bit of a disappointing score. The biggest home win in the Merseyside Derby was 6-0 to Liverpool. That was a long time ago though, all the way back in 1935. The biggest away win in a Merseyside Derby was 5-0 to Everton, and that was even longer ago, 1914. The most amount of goals in a Merseyside derby was 7 goals to Liverpool, 4 goals to Everton. That's a lot of goals. One of the things which either teams and their fans want to do against each other is do the double, which means to beat each other both times when they play each other in the season. In 241 games, Liverpool have done the double over Everton 16 times, and Everton have done the double over Liverpool 9 times. Both teams have done the treble over each other once. That means they beat each other twice in the league and then again in either the Charity Shield or the FA Cup. Have you listened to the episode about the FA Cup? If you haven't, have a listen after this. One year, Everton and Liverpool played each other 6 times in one season. Twice in the league, once in the Charity Shield, 2 legs of one tournament and the final of another tournament. They must have been sick of each other. They probably walked on the pitch and went,
"Ah, not you again."
Some players have gone from Liverpool to Everton and from Everton to Liverpool. When they do this, it's known as crossing the park. As between the two stadiums, there's a park called Stanley Park. So if you hear that now, you know exactly what it means. One last thing to tell you about the Merseyside Derby. There's another team who can play Liverpool or Everton, and the match can be referred to as a Merseyside Derby. Tranmere Rovers, they're another team supported by the people in the county of Merseyside. However, it's not often Tranmere Rovers, who are normally in the lower leagues, get the opportunity to play either Liverpool or Everton. However, in 2001, Tranmere Rovers played Everton in the FA Cup and caused a shock upset, beating them 3-0. but then went on to play Liverpool in the quarter-finals and they lost 4-2. I hope you've enjoyed listening and learning about the Merseyside Derby and all the things we've spoken about in this episode. The next match between Liverpool and Everton in the Premier League is on the 11th of February next year. Let's hope it's not a 0-0 draw. Whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly or pitchside, I hope you enjoy the game. And remember, if you know someone who loves football, then please tell them about Football for Kids. See you next time.